Welcome back. WARRP here is going to react to another video. Now, this is a video that has not been requested by anybody other than our very own AJ. Look at him. He's smiling. He probably doesn't even know what it is. He probably don't know. He's not that wise. Anyways, Dax, To Be a Man. Is there any prelude that you would like to give us, AJ, seeing as you're familiar with the song?
It's pretty emotional. It's pretty emotional. I have not heard the whole song.
So you connect with it? Oh, you haven't?
There's certain parts of it that I'm like the first time I heard it, the little snippet that I heard was kind of like,
okay, all right.
And then I heard it like 2 or 3 more times, and I want to say maybe 15, 20 seconds of whatever part of the song. So I have not heard the whole thing.
All the way through. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but just a little bit that I have heard is kind of like, yeah, okay. I get it.
All right. So
I get
let's
it.
check it out. Let's check it out.
I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Yeah, I know this life can really beat you down. You wanna scream, but you won't make a sound. Got so much weight that you've been holding, but won't show any emotion. As a man that goes unspoken, now we can't cry when life gets hard. Unconditional love for women, children, and dogs. We know that we just have to play our parts, and don't nobody give a damn about our broken hearts. Yeah, as a man we gotta pave our way. Our only function is to work and slave. There's no respect for you if you ain't paid. You're disregarded as a human and you can't complain. And if you ever make it up and actually reach that place and find a woman that you love and give her your last name, you'll feel the things that you provide is only why she stays. And when you try to explain, you'll say, I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Don't give up, keep fighting. As a man, our sun is our horizon, and our father's actions play a role, and we end up like them. So they can't let us see them hurt, cause we'll embody what they do and start a generational curse. No wonder most men are so depressed, all the things that they can't express. They go to war, get thrown on the shelf, then go back to war with their mental health. Then grab that bottle and ask for help, try to pull themselves out of hell, then fall back down and then realize that they're gonna have to do it themselves. It's the circle of life. As a man you provide, they don't know what you're worth till the day that you die, and that's when they start crying. Then move on to a man to confide in. That's why we feel we can't hide ourselves. We don't expect you to understand. We just hope we can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and you don't care about what we know. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. Inside that home. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. Inside that home.
Well then,
Yeah.
we did not talk during that video like we normally do, but I think I wanted
I
to.
kind of thought
I wanted
that
to hear it
nobody-
all.
Yeah, I kind of thought nobody was going to talk during that one. In all seriousness, I just from the beginning, I envisioned
Okay.
nobody talking at all. Just kind of like being encapsulated by the words of what he said. I mean, I feel like we all know what that is. I don't think we all know what that feels like, to a degree.
I don't.
Oh.
I mean, I see that happening in some of my friends' lives, but it is not. I think that I'm fortunate because I think my father was that man who broke the cycle that he was talking about, and my dad talked to me, and let me know it was okay to be hurt. It was okay for me to demand fairness and a voice. So, I think I got lucky. But I've definitely seen that in other men that I know, where they are just that's all they are is that paycheck. Now, I might be divorced twice because of that demanding of my voice, but
I'm not claiming that I am, but I have definitely felt that before. I will say
Yeah.
that I have definitely felt that before. Not just now. I mean, in past relationships, no children or anything. I've felt
Right.
that before, where it's like,
your feelings don't matter.
yeah, I've definitely felt that before, numerous times.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I mean, I maybe even if you guys don't.
What I'll say is that what I got out of that video was an appreciation thing. And it's not even an appreciation that we really allow ourselves as fathers to really take, to really even accept, because as a dad, that's your job too. That's the most important job. So they don't. I don't.
To
It's
protect
about,
and
I feel like
defend
it's
and
about, yeah.
provide.
I feel like it's about appreciation. A lot of it's about appreciation.
And how
But-
lots of men go without that kind of appreciation.
Mm-hmm. But they suck it up and swallow it.
Right. No, I mean,
Their
I see
family.
it.
It's their family.
so. I mean, and I'll tell you flat out. In just this past month, I mean, it's been 4 weeks, and that song hits me harder now than it did a month ago. You know, it's to me, it's about all of it, right? It's about being a father. It's about being a person. It's whatever.
Right. A person of worth and value.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
just value and stuff like that. But the overall arching of that song in particular
Right.
is it's how difficult it is for guys to actually say it.
Right.
Okay. And,
Yeah.
and myself included. I grin, bear it. I try to make things happen. I try to make things, I provide as best as I can when I'm in situations like this, and it's rough, man. It's very rough to know that you're trying your hardest and you still feel like you're failing.
Right.
It is. It's just rough.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say that I've never felt like I'm failing as a parent.
I'm not saying as a parent. Like, I'm just
No, I
saying
know.
in general.
I was saying more
yeah.
more to it, not necessarily me never really feeling that way. I mean, like I have definitely felt like a failure as a parent sometimes, but not because I'm not seen as anything other than a provider.
The thing is, I don't think he's just talking about being a provider either.
That's part of it.
It's part
of it.
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely part of it.
Right.
What I'm saying is and look at it in general, right? The running joke for over a decade is Father's Day's coming up, and aptly that it's this weekend.
Right.
3/4 of the time, Father's Day doesn't matter.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know. I know what you're
to
saying.
The general populace, right?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I totally see what he's talking about. I'm not saying that I don't see what he's talking about. I'm just saying that I can't empathize with it because that is. I mean, it's just not been my life. I demand a partner. I demand.
You're lucky. You're lucky you have the people in your life that listen to that, right? I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying I don't. But I think it's just more of the internal struggle of pride also.
Right.
Okay? It's, as men, you're built up to be these pillars, right?
Right.
You're built up to never show weakness and never show anything like that.
Hey, Jersey, your toxic masculinity is showing.
But in reality, like, short of you three,
Yeah. No, I mean there are men out there that struggle with this. I mean, that video hits me in a way where, like, I know people who feel that way. I know people who feel that way that I try to tell them, no, you can't swallow this up. You gotta speak up. You've got to demand that you are an equal part of this relationship, or obviously you can't demand equality from your children, but you can be honest with your children, and you can be honest with your partner and spouse, whatever.
The other way I think about this, especially the video, like watching the video itself, right?
Right.
And again, the four of us are a father of daughters, Butcher,
Right.
and you guys have sons.
Right.
I have a daughter too, dickhead.
I know, but listen to what I'm saying, right? Watching that video, especially when it comes to kids that I have that are my age, daughters that I have that are my age, that are susceptible to looking at certain things a certain way.
Right.
They have to understand that, and I would show them that video. I would show them that video and say, listen, you need to understand that 95% of men feel this way. And you have to understand that you have to be patient and
Help break that cycle.
Right. You can't just hammer them down and hammer them down and hammer. It's got to be equal. It's got to be equal push and pull.
Right.
Right. And again, I'm not saying I don't have that, because I do. I do have, as far as I have a support system. Right. But even still, in my brain, it's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. And it's just
right. I get it. I hear what you're saying.
It's a rough one though. It's a great song. He's got an awesome voice.
He's got a good sound.
Mm-hmm.
Very much reminds me of country music.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mix of everything, right? Like, it's lyric based.
I didn't hear any heavy metal in there.
No, there's definitely metal in there.
It's a mix. I'm sorry. It's a mix of like country and hip hop, if you ask me. It's very
okay.
It's very rhythmic. As far as
I wouldn't put any country in there on that. It sounds very R&B to me.
Okay. Oh, that's rhythmic. So the rhythmic aspect.
R&B.
He did do, just as a throw in here, as far as the country is concerned, he did do a snippet of a video where he added a country sound to it. And it was like,
oh,
song's almost as good as the original.
Definitely see it being kind of a country music.
Right, especially with
style.
the southern twang that he throws in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, quality-wise, the guys...
It just means that R&B and country aren't that far removed.
Quality-wise, I was looking at, some of the other stuff. I followed him on TikTok. I looked at his YouTube
Right.
stuff. Like, dude's popular. He's gaining popularity. 7.5 million followers on TikTok. I didn't. Get
I
a
mean, if
chance to
he's
look
gonna,
at his-
if he, sorry, go ahead. I keep
No,
interrupting.
it's all right. I'm gonna say I didn't get a chance to look at how many followers he had or subs he had on YouTube, but I mean, he's definitely hitting people. Like, he's definitely hitting people. He's definitely going the right path, and he's amazing. He's an amazing talent.
If he's gonna write music with messages like this, then he's absolutely going to capture people's hearts and minds. So
Yeah, I mean, there's other songs on there. One I think is called "Dear Alcohol," which I don't know if we want to review on here. I
don't know if we do. There's nothing. I mean,
It's,
maybe
it's. I'd say that's one we rescreen because I haven't really watched all of it.
that's fine. But my point though is that if this is his shtick, which is to write meaningful lyrics in a palatable musical form, then he's going to capture people's minds and their hearts. Because, I mean, I still got goosebumps in certain moments, especially with the coming in and hugging the daughter after gathering himself in his car before he went in. So I mean, it definitely hits you in the feels. It definitely hits you in the feels. So
I will say, on a funnier note for him, when he paints himself up to look like the Joker,
Yeah.
that shit's awesome.
Yeah.
okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He plays a good psycho.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
I think I remember seeing that TikTok video.
He plays a good psycho, which is
Yeah.
good. So, I will say this.
Definitely a bonus in my book.
We're gonna put the link for the original video in the description. Please check out his video, like and subscribe to his channel. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We desperately want that. We hope that you are enjoying our music. Please, if you have any suggestions,
Not our
on
music, their music.
yeah,
Our
yeah.
take on their music.
Our take on their music, our
See,
reaction.
we're not that original.
No, we are not original at all.
No, we don't write music.
No. But if there's any videos
Kinda
or any
second.
music, not just Dax, anybody that you think that would
Yeah,
be good
anybody.
for us to react to, that you'd like to see us react to, we'd absolutely appreciate it. Again, this one we normally try to catch things as songs go through, but I think we all felt the same way, that we wanted to hear it all the way through. So, and then you
I
get
just-
plenty of comments on the back end of this one.
Yeah. I figured, knowing you guys as long as I have, I figured
Yeah.
there wasn't going to be a lot of talking during
Yeah.
it. It was going to be a lot of
Yeah, well, y'all know
taking
most of-
in.
Right.
Well, when
And
you-
he wasn't doing anything like crazy,
No.
like like super low voices, super high voices.
No, but it was a very nice blend between the two. He had a wonderful singing voice,
No,
and the lyrics
agreed.
were quality. So it was like, oh my god, like
No, I agree. That's why I'm saying, like, it made it much easier for me anyways, to listen straight through, because I was being captured by the lyrics more so than something
Yeah. Yeah.
in his musical styling. So,
Yeah.
anyways, thanks again, folks.
we love
We
you.
will. Yep, absolutely love you and appreciate you.
No,
Goodbye.
that's rock and roll. This is love. Love.
Yeah. This is the devil horns. This is too sweet.